The PINKY show. Hey, girl, Pinky, PINKY, and I'm so fly. And today, Pink Panthers, is another show review, okay? Now, I'm not gonna lie, this show has ended a few months ago, but it's okay. It's okay. I'm still gonna give you guys part two of Summer House Reunion because yeah, I'm still gonna give it to you, okay? It doesn't feel right just having part one on the channel and then part two. I just did give that to you. So I'm still gonna talk about it, okay? Just pretend you guys haven't seen it, know about it, heard about it, okay? Let's just pretend, okay? So, like I said, as you guys know, I am going to talk about Summer House Part 2, Season 8 Reunion, okay? Now, like I told you guys before, this season was chef's kiss. This was a really good season. Like, this was a really good season. I hope season 9, comes up with, which I think it is because, okay, breaking news. Lindsay Hubbard, she's pregnant. And guess what? She's having a girl. She is having a girl. I'm not gonna lie. I thought she was gonna have a boy. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, Lizzie needs a boy. Like she is boy mom energy. So the fact that she's having a girl, I'm like, okay, but yeah, she's having a girl and she's pregnant. But of course, before she got pregnant, she was engaged to Carl, and that was pretty much what this season was about. Like, really their breakup, like what led to their breakup. But yeah. But anyway, before I talk to you more about part two, please, you guys, make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Drop it like it's hot on the like button. Get low in the comment section. Make sure you shake it like a salt shaker on the subscribe button and turn your post notification bell so you can know when my next video is gonna be here. Okay. Now I haven't said that in so long. I low-key almost forgot how that went down, but it's okay. We're back and we're better, okay? And also, you guys, please make sure that you tell a friend about my channel because I am a small YouTuber. And the more people watch, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and, gets me out there, the more YouTube is going to put me more on their For You page, their platforms, and we're going to gain more Pink Panther subscribers, okay? So please, guys, please help me out. I'll help you out by dropping these videos if you help me out, okay? Pinky promise? Okay, let's get it. Now, so like I said, before, after all of this happened, it came out that Lindsay is pregnant. Of course, with a new guy at first. His name is Turner. He's a doctor. That's all we know. She's keeping this relationship private, which I kind of understand. But, yeah. So let me just tell you the aftermath of the reunion in the show. So like I said, she's pregnant with this guy named Turner. He's a doctor. She's keeping their relationship private. She's having a girl. Excuse me. She is still going to be on Summer House. They're actually filming right now, so that's funny. But I'm guessing she's going to live there pregnant, and she's showing. So yeah, but just because she's pregnant doesn't mean she can't join the festivities. I mean, she can't drink, but other than that, But then I just feel like it's gonna be awkward because she's pregnant now, and then Carl's gonna be there. And just that last summer, they were engaged, about to get married. I don't know. It's just kind of weird, but like I said, hopefully this season is still good. Oh yeah, and Danielle left. I'm gonna be honest, I don't really care because y'all know I don't like Danielle. So I think we're still going to see her. I think she says she probably going to make like special appearances, but like as like a main character or main cast member, she's not going to be on the show like that. But like I said, who cares? Because I didn't like Danielle, so whatever. But anyway, I think everybody else is still going to be on this season. I don't think it's going to be like a new guy, new girl. I think everybody from last season is still going to be on. But I guess Danielle's just the only one that left. I don't know, I guess. But here's part two of the reunion. So part two, the beginning of part two, it was still continuation talk about Sierra and West. Like I said, I really do think West likes Sierra. I just think, one, he has commitment issues. Two, I just don't think he wanted to be in a relationship. Like, I feel like he still wanted to be with her and see her. He just didn't want to put a title on it. That's what I really believe. Because you cannot tell me, if you're watching that season, he act like he did not like her like that. And like after summer, they still spend time together. But in like November, December, he decided to call it quits. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I just feel like he really liked her. He didn't want to be in a relationship because, one, he gained publicity for being on Summer House. Girls wanted him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think it's because he didn't like Sierra. Like, I feel like that's how, of course, she feels like that. Like, okay, he just really didn't like me like that. He's just not that into you. But, like, I really do think he liked her. I just don't think I feel like he still wanted to be single, if that makes any sense. And then to come to find out, he was sleeping with other women when they had their fling on. And even though he kind of told Paige he wasn't sleeping with anybody, let alone talking to anybody, so he lied about that. And I was like, God dang it, Wes, like, what the fudge? So yeah, but when it's all said and done, I think she said she would still give him a chance. But I don't know. I really want Sierra to have a boyfriend. Like, I'm tired of every season of Summer House or Winter House. She's single, and every time I like her with a guy and the guy is single, I want them to hook up. Either A, they don't like her like that, or B, they fall for another girl. It's just like, what is wrong with Sierra? What is wrong with Sierra? Sierra needs love too. Hashtag Sierra needs love too. Okay? Moving on. Okay. And then they went on to the part where Amanda told Kyle she possibly wants to leave Loverboy. So this season also, Amanda kind of wants to do other stuff besides working on Loverboy with Kyle. Cause she feels like Loverboy is really his baby. Yes, she's like the graphic designer of the company. She works with him, like she helps him out. But she really wants a brand of her own. She wants something of her own. Like she wants like an Amanda product. She wants an Amanda company. Like she wants something for her own, which I understand that. But of course, when she told Kyle, he got in his feelings. He didn't understand where she was coming from, or he did understand where she was coming from, but he just felt like, and or what? Like, you still need to work here. I need you. Loverboy needs you. Like, you can't leave. So of course that brought her through depression and anxiety and like her feelings are all over the place. Which like I said, I understood her completely because I'm not gonna lie, I suffer through depression and anxiety, and yeah, depression is not no joke, okay? It is not no joke. And of course you want your life to be like the life that you want, the life that you deserve. You want something for yourself. Like, you want to have a good life, and you all being all up in your head, don't know which job opportunity or which direction to go, that's going to make you sad. So she was also talking about that and how she felt lonely and was depressed. um and then Kyle talks about how he wants to be a DJ. His dream was to always be a DJ. So he has been taking some DJ classes. He be DJing some nights. And I think that's good as well. I think also he needs to keep an open mind. Like, hey, how you are being a DJ part time and want to produce music. Amanda wants her own company. Like be open minded when it comes to her. So that was good. Jesse wrote a song for the house. What would Jesse Solomon do? That was a cute moment. That was a cute song, and how everybody loves it and all that. Then they talked about how Jesse liked Paige even though she had a boyfriend. Now, I felt like everybody And when not just the cast, I felt like fans, I feel like everybody was kind of making this into a big deal because like he had a crush on Paige and she has a boyfriend. Like I'm like, okay, he likes Paige. One, Paige doesn't like Jesse. Two, she has a boyfriend. Like, you know how like you can like somebody and you know they're taking, like it's kind of like you like them, but you're not gonna take it any further because you know they have like a significant other. I think that's where Jesse was. Like Jesse was like, yeah, Paige is hot, but like, oh well, she has a boyfriend. I think everybody was kind of taking it too seriously. I'm like, you guys, I don't think he's planning on stealing Paige from Craig. Like, I just think he likes her and he thought she was hot. Like, I don't think he's gonna do anything about it. And then there was also like it was like going off like going on everywhere, like TikTok and stuff that like Jesse likes Amanda and they're having a affair and all that. And I'm like, again, you guys, Amanda is married to Kyle. Like, and how they be flirting with each other and all that. Amanda might leave Kyle. I'm like, Amanda loves Kyle down. Okay? She is not leaving that man. She is not leaving that man. She is not. Again, Jesse probably thinks Amanda is hot, but oh well, she's married. Like, I think people was taking it way out of proportion. I don't think it was that big of a deal, but yeah. Moving on. And then there was also talking about how she touched his leg, how Paige touched Jesse's leg 7 times because the way they were sitting at the reunion, Paige and Jesse were sitting by each other. But it wasn't like, ooh, she was like rubbing him down on his leg. No, you know how like you sit by each other and you laugh so hard and you like touch her arm, you touch her leg. That's what she was doing. I ain't gonna lie, I have a tendency of doing that. I hope people don't think I'm flirting with them when I do that. I'm just laughing so hard that I need to touch something and you just happen to be in my direction and I'm touching you. Like, it's not because I think you're hot. I want your number. I want us to like talk to each other. No, it has nothing to do with that. It's because I'm laughing hard and you happen to be in my direction and I'm touching you. That's what that means. So yeah, that was funny. Then they talked about how Jesse kissed Sierra because it was an episode where they were all like eating dinner and Jesse was talking about like his dates that he'd been on that week. And Sierra was being funny. She was like, yeah, like I would not hook my girls up with you. And Jesse kind of took that to offense. I mean, I would have too. It's not what she said, it's how she said it. It was her tone. So I'm not gonna lie, if somebody said that to me, I'm like, ooh, okay. Like, I would have been like, that was rude, you know? But, you know, but that next day they apologized and they literally kissed and make up. West, he didn't care. But yeah. But then it was talking about Jesse cancer scare. So the beginning of the show, Jesse has told, you know, the cast and of course us that he had I don't I think it's testicle cancer. Basically his you know private cancer. He had cancer and you know he had a cancer yeah, he had cancer. And I think this year or last year was going on 5 years and they said like if you could go 5 years without getting cancer, then most likely you won't get cancer again. It's something like, that people said. So it was reaching his 5 year cancer. And he went to the doctor because the doctor found something. So the last few episodes he was low key scared because he thought he had cancer again. But thank you, Jesus. He did not have cancer. It was very minor. So yeah. So to celebrate that, Sierra and West threw him a surprise dinner, and that's where like the Jesse song came about. So yeah, so he was talking about that, and thank God he does not have cancer. Next, now we're getting into the fallout and the breakup of Lindsay and Carl. Again, I feel like this was such a big storyline for this season because, like I said, in 2023 they were supposed to get married in November. But months before, Carl called it quits with Lindsay, but it happened to be on camera when they were filming Summer House, and Lindsay felt like she was blindsided because she was like, she thought they were like good, yada yada yada. She literally was like, she was like, you just came to my bachelorette party, we was all good, say hi to my mom and all that, and now all of a sudden 2 weeks later you want to call it quits on camera. She felt blindsided. So they broke up, and then that's when the whole, so that's why this season was so huge, because he broke up with her on camera. So basically they're talking about, whatever, whatever. Kyle and Lindsay argue because Kyle was pretty much defending Carl, feeling like Lindsay, like, you always have problems with people. You are, basically just going in on Lindsay, Then Lindsay was bringing up Carl. One of the big arguments they had on camera was that Lindsay kept on bringing up Carl's sobriety. Like, if they get in an argument, she could be like, "What's wrong with you? Are you high? Like, are you drunk? Did you have a drink today?" And it's like, how you gonna ask somebody that knowing that they sober and they're your fiance? Like, girl, what are you doing? Like, he's sober, and you asking him with almost every argument, like, is he high? Is he drunk? Like, he's sober. So of course, Carl and everybody else thought that was effed up, because it's like, how, like, your fiance, how could you just sit up there and just be like questioning his sobriety? So that was one of the major arguments that they had during the season. And then Lindsay, she apologized for it, but then everybody was talking about how Lindsay, when she apologized, her apology is kind of like, I'm sorry, but I'm sorry if, I'm sorry. Like, I don't like when people do that either. Like, I'm sorry, but yada yada yada. They still try to prove their point. Or, I'm sorry if I upset you. Don't say if you did upset me. You know what I'm saying? So her apologies is kind of like it's kind of like those apologies. So everybody was getting on her because of that. And they're talking about how Carl is pursuing sober work opportunities. I think also, recent news, Carl is he's having a sober sports bar, or like either a sober sports bar or a sober restaurant. And I guess people were saying the name of it is shading Lindsay, but I don't know. But yeah. And also, one of their many arguments was Carl's job. Because Carl, I guess, besides Summer House and brand deals, he doesn't really have a job. And I guess Lindsay felt like, Carl, when are you gonna like stop saying that, and when are you actually gonna get a job? Like, when are you actually gonna pursue something, have a career? Because she kept on saying, when do we have kids? Because I want to be a stay-at-home mom, and pretty much like he needs to, like, he's gonna be the main person that's working. Like, if we're gonna have kids, I'm gonna be a stay-at-home mom. Hopefully you have a job, or every idea that Carl pitched to her, she doesn't think is a good idea. Or how they paid for a what do you call, they paid for a like a life coach to like help him with his career, and she felt like they spent a lot of money on that. But again, Carl still doesn't have a job. So that was also one of their arguments that they kept on like arguing about. Um, and then they also talked about Carl parents, about their relationship. There's an episode where Carl went down to see his mom and his stepdad, and his parents was pretty much having doubts about him and Lindsay's relationship. And I guess his stepdad used to be a pastor. He used to be an officiant to couples like getting married, and he basically said, if I was y'all officiant, I would not marry y'all. And so of course, It's like, don't, mom. It's like, dang, Carl, what are you gonna do? Like, you know, which here's my thing with parents, all that. I do agree. I feel like your family opinions matter, but at the same time, at the end of the day, you're marrying that person. You're spending time with that person. You're going to spend the rest of your life with that person. You know, like, listen to your parents, but at the same time, have your own judgment. That's just my opinion. Like, I'm a very family oriented person. Like, my family opinions means a lot to me. But at the same time, respectfully, I am with this person. You're not with this person. You feel me? So I feel like Carl was, of course, battling, like, oh my God, my mom, my stepdad said this. Oh my God, what should I do? Oh my God, should I tell Lindsay? Oh my God. So yeah, so they pretty much talked about that whole scene. So of course, Lindsay feelings was hurt because she felt like she didn't understand why they said that. She felt like they didn't like her. She felt like Carl listened to them, and pretty much that was the reason why he broke up with her on camera. Like, she just has a lot of mixed emotions when it came to that, which I understand. I'm not gonna lie, I would feel that way too. I'm like, well, god dang, does that mean your peoples don't like me? Like, what's going on? And then again, Lindsay thought Carl blindsided her. Here's my thing. I kind of don't think he blindsided her, just because if you watch the whole season, they were off. They weren't giving, they're literally about to get married. They were giving either they've been married for a long time and they're going through a rut, or they were giving they're not ready to get married, and ding ding ding, they were not ready to get married. Like, so in that sense, I didn't understand how she felt blindsided, because I'm like, girl, y'all argue every other episode, y'all dragging this last argument y'all had last weekend. Like, it makes sense, and people look at y'all like, y'all don't need to give, like, it made sense. But then on the other hand, I can understand, because it's like, because the way they said it, they said Summer House was done filming. They were done filming for the season. But then Carl called production to basically to have lunch with Kyle, and then to have a talk with Lindsay on camera. I don't think he necessarily said, okay, production, I'm going to break up with Lindsay on camera. Make sure the camera's rolling. No, I don't think it was that in depth, but the way, like, if Lindsay is saying, okay, then how come you wanted this to be on camera? I can kind of see how she felt blindsided, but still in that, like Andy said, y'all lives are on camera. It's like, do y'all not want the audience to see y'all break up on camera? I don't know. It's like, I understand, Lizzie, if you wanted that to be a private moment, but if y'all are on a reality show, it's going to make sense why they catch your breakup on camera. But then also, Andy was saying Carl doesn't have that, he doesn't have that right, or he doesn't have that right to call a production and to basically plan that, because I think production wanted to get like a where are they now with Lindsay and Carl, like how are they with the wedding coming up, like how are they looking with, so I guess production was already going to film them regardless if like Carl called them or not. So pretty much Andy is saying, like, so pretty much Carl and Andy was pretty much addressing to her, no, he didn't do that to blindside you. It's just kind of happening. But I don't know. You get what I'm saying? I hope y'all understand what I'm saying. But yeah. And then Carl wanted to talk to, so Carl is saying he just wanted to talk to her on camera. He wasn't planning on breaking up with her. But like, Lindsay, of course, felt like, nah, like, you had the intention to break up with me. Like, Like when cameras start rolling, you make your decision to break up with me. You know, which I kind of understand. I think Carl was done. Maybe he was going to use this last conversation on camera to be like, okay, if when we have this conversation, this is going to determine this is I'm going to feel determined if we should get married or not. But I guess their conversation led a different way. So he's just like, F it, we're done. I'm breaking up with you. The wedding is off. So I'm guessing that's how he kind of made it seem like that. That's how it went. Um, and then, like I said, producers wanted to film to see where are they now with the wedding and all that. And then they were talking about how deep their fights were. Like Carl says that it was some nights he had to like go to the restroom or go to the room, lock the door, or and then Lindsay was saying she did the same thing as well. And then they both saying that neighbors will always complain about them because they're arguing so loud. They will argue. Um, it'll be some nights Carl sleeps in another room, she sleeps in a main bedroom, or vice versa. Like their fights were very it was very giving. Y'all don't need to get married. Like, I'm sorry, y'all, it's a fly. Like consider like this is a blessing in disguise. Y'all don't need to get married. Like, don't do it. You feel me? Like, you know? So then Lizzie at the review said that she has a boyfriend, which is now her baby daddy Turner. And peep this. The timeline with her being pregnant, she was actually pregnant during the reunion. Now, no, she did not make an announcement like, hey everybody, before we leave, I'm pregnant. She wasn't showing or anything. I would say when they did the reunion, I would probably say she was probably like a month or two pregnant or three. Like I would just like she was still in the first trimester when they filmed the reunion. So that whole time she was pregnant. It's like, wow. So of course Lizzie said she had a boyfriend. Carl made it seem like she been had a boyfriend since January. So pretty much right after the they broke off the engagement, she had a boyfriend. So, um, Carl was saying that he low key misses her, and he admits that he hasn't been with anyone else since her. Like, like since they broke up, he hasn't been with anyone, talked to anyone, slept with anyone. Like he hasn't been to anyone since her. And so everybody was like, "Oh," like, and then he was like, he feels pathetic. But no, I feel like I don't know. I feel like nowadays everybody moves on so fast. Like they can be with somebody for years, and then 2 weeks later they have a boyfriend or girlfriend, and it's just like, what the fudge? Like you was with this person for 5 years, and 2 weeks later you dating somebody else. It just or like they've been married for 30 years. A month later they're dating somebody. Like nowadays people be moving on fast. So no, I think Carl makes it. I mean, at the end of the day, yourself. If you're over that person, you're over somebody. I'm not saying every relationship you have to like wait for some weeks or months to like see somebody new. But me personally, after when I'm out of a relationship, I need to detox. Like I need to be single for a while before I want to be in a relationship. That's just me personally. Like relationships are hard work. Like it's okay to be by yourself for a while. Like it is okay. Like trust me, it is okay. Like you know what I'm saying? Like it is okay. And then, of course, last but not least, Andy cuts off Kyle's mullet because Kyle had a mullet for like years now. And Kyle and Amanda made a deal. No, Kyle and Andy made a deal that at the reunion, he could cut off Kyle's mullet. So, yeah. You guys, that's the end of the season, end of the reunion. Like I said, they're filming season 9 right now. And like I said, Lindsay is pregnant. She's having a girl. Danielle left the show. And yeah, we shall see what Summer House season 9 brings us. I think new season is going to come on the beginning of next year. But yeah, but that's it, you guys. I hope you guys like this video. Make sure you like or dislike, thumbs up or thumbs down, comment. Please be patient to subscribe. Turn your post notification bell so you know when the next video is going to be here, okay? Follow my Facebook at Pinky. That's Pinky space Pinky. And follow two of my Instagrams. One at Show the Pinky and the other at PinkyBarrett00. And like my saying goes. Oh, and like my saying goes, let's follow your style. Don't worry, be happy, okay? And follow your girl on TikTok at The Pinky Show, because I be going crazy, okay? And your girl Pinky, Pinky, and I'm so fly. Holla at your girl.